She said it loud enough for the entire lobby to hear. "Don't talk to the old lady. She's just a cleaning lady." The receptionist froze, eyes darting between us. My son burst out laughing. That sharp, familiar laugh, the same one he had as a boy, only crueler now. The people waiting in line shifted uncomfortably. My daughter-in-law stood tall, satisfied, brushing invisible dust off her designer jacket as if to confirm her place above me. I didn't correct her, not yet. I remember when I first met her. She came into our home all perfume and promise, her eyes wide with ambition. She gripped my son's hand tightly, too tightly, as though afraid he might slip through her fingers. I wanted to believe she loved him. I wanted to believe she loved us. Back then, I gave her everything. Vacations, dinners, gifts. I thought kindness could earn loyalty. But over time, I noticed the glances, the way she dismissed me with a smile that never touched her eyes, the whispered words she thought I couldn't hear, old, slow, useless. My son echoed them eventually. The same boy who once ran to me for comfort now laughed at me with her. That day in the hotel lobby wasn't the first insult, it was simply the loudest. I didn't flinch when they laughed. Instead, I smiled. Because unlike them, I knew the truth. I was not a cleaning lady. I was the owner of that hotel, of the entire chain, in fact. The walls, the chandeliers, the staff in pressed uniforms, every polished surface they took for granted, I had built it, piece by piece, with my late husband. They were guests in my empire, guests who had just spat in the face of their host. And in that moment, I decided they would never leave the same. Revenge requires patience. Rage is noisy. Justice is quiet. So I let the vacation continue as if nothing happened. I played the part of the silent, embarrassed mother, carrying bags, taking their orders, swallowing their laughter. My daughter-in-law enjoyed the performance. She grew bolder. She barked at the staff. She complained about the food, the rooms, the service. She made a show of dominance while I made notes. Every insult recorded, every weakness cataloged. I didn't argue, I didn't cry, I didn't even look hurt. I knew silence would make her underestimate me. That was my weapon. When the time was right, I moved. First, I called the manager. A quiet word was all it took. The best suites suddenly became unavailable. They were moved to a smaller room facing the parking lot. My daughter-in-law shrieked at the receptionist, but the receptionist only apologized and blamed technical difficulties. Then their spa reservations vanished. The chauffeur they expected? Reassigned. Their names flagged discreetly in the system as high-maintenance guests. Staff avoided them, their smiles forced, their patience thin. Every inconvenience piled onto her shoulders until she cracked. She accused the hotel of discrimination, demanded to see the owner. That was the moment I had been waiting for. I walked into the lobby slowly, deliberately, letting her voice echo as she screamed at the staff. "There you are," I said softly. She spun, red-faced, about to unleash another insult, until she saw the manager at my side. He stood straight, deferential, almost nervous in my presence. "This," he announced, "is Mrs. R., the owner of this hotel." Silence dropped like a curtain. Her eyes widened. My son's laughter died in his throat. The receptionist, the guests, the staff, all of them watching, waiting. I let the moment stretch. I looked her in the eye and said, "You told everyone not to talk to the cleaning lady, but every person here answers to me." Her face drained of color. She stammered, reaching for my son's arm. But he stood frozen, ashamed. I leaned closer, my voice low enough only for them to hear. "You wanted to humiliate me. Instead, you humiliated yourself. And you," I looked at my son, "laughed with her. Remember this moment, because it's the last vacation I ever pay for." The fallout was swift. Their privileges disappeared. Their expenses cut off. No more luxury trips, no more access to the accounts I had quietly controlled all along. My son tried to argue, but I had prepared for that too. The will was already rewritten, the business shares secured beyond his reach. They left the hotel the next morning, not in a limousine, but in a taxi. No one waved them goodbye. I stayed behind, walking the halls I had built, greeting the staff who respected me, the guests who admired me. I was not the cleaning lady. But even if I had been, there is no shame in honest work. The shame belongs to those who mock it. I thought of her words, sharp and careless. And then I thought of her face when she realized the truth. That was my justice. Not loud, not violent, just precise. They wanted to make me invisible. Instead, I made them small. And that night, as I watched the city lights from the balcony of